Hey everyone, and welcome back to What After Dentistry. Now today's video is also related to dental research after BDS or MDS, and in this video we will be answering your questions that we received on various social platforms, especially from our WhatsApp group. So here is the video where Dr. Pragati will be answering your questions, and if you guys want an answer to a particular question, then please skip to that particular part of the video by clicking on the timeline which I have mentioned in the description below. So, we have certain questions from our audience. We have like from the social media group. I posted about this because they are very much keen to get into research. So the very first thing they were, I'm sure these are coming from a mix of both BDS and MDS graduates. The first question is, what headings should go in a research paper?
Yeah, that's a good question. What headings should go into a research paper depends on what is the type of the paper. So we have different types of papers, like we have original research, we have case reports, case series, or systematic reviews. And now depends on what research you are doing or what is it that paper that you are wanting to publish. It has its given subheadings. The easiest way to do this would be to go to the journal that you are interested in publishing and go to the author guidelines. The author guidelines, you click the author guidelines, it will tell you which is the paper. So you select your type of paper. Let's say I am doing original research. And once I have clicked original research, it will tell me these are the headings under which I need to publish my paper. So these are very categorically mentioned in any journal website. However, just to answer the question, if you are having an original research, you have, typically an abstract, which is always a structured abstract. Then you have an introduction. Then you go to the materials and methods as to how you did the research. Then you go to the results as to what results you got. And then you go to the discussion. That is, how do we justify the results we got? What were the strengths? What were the weaknesses? And finally, it is the conclusion. So these are essentially the broad headings under which any original research paper is published. But the best way would be just go to the journal website and go to the author guidelines and just see what the guidelines are telling you to, to publish it under what headings. Sometimes instead of introduction, they write background. So it is introduction, but it is background. Sometimes instead of material methods, they write methodology. So, I mean, that's how it works.
Okay, so I think that's fair enough. And the next question is how to get publications in PubMed indexed dental journals.
How to get publications in PubMed? There are no rules to this. You just need to do, firstly, a very good research. And what I have, experienced not only with myself, but students and as a reviewer of various journals, that people do good research, but they don't know how to write a scientific paper. So there are two aspects to publishing. When publishing is slightly different from just doing a research, it's the next step. So you not just do the research, but you also have to write down the research in the right way. So my suggestion for many, including myself, that is what I follow, is to keep doing these scientific writing programs or courses. They are available even on Coursera. They are available online now. Slowly and steadily, more and more people are conducting these courses, which you can take up. Or else there are softwares which help you to do scientific writing. You can also hire people who can do this scientific writing. In fact, the publishing houses where you want to give your article, even they provide you these services. They are charged, but they provide you. So doing a good research, getting into PubMed articles has two aspects. First and foremost, doing an excellent research, which follows all basics of research. And the second thing is to write it properly. Both the things are equally important that students or anyone as a researcher must understand. Only then does the topic get accepted. Then again, whether the topic is not obsolete, it is new, it is, updated. I can't be talking about something which was done in 1950s. So it has to be something which is really new and technologically advanced. It follows in the area of interest of that particular journal, because some journals will not publish dental education articles. It may be a very good research, but because they don't have that scope, they will not publish it. So these are a few things that people should take into consideration. Two pointers are: get research methodology basics correct. do some course on that. This is not taught in any dental college. Even I went ahead and did a short course on this. So do a course. In fact, now ICMR is currently also running a research. You can go to the website and you will, if you click it, currently it is open for you to apply also till 8th August. It is open on epidemiology. So go to these short-term courses which gives you a basics of how to do research, the research methodology. Also do a course which teaches you how to write a scientific article. Just writing good English is not equivalent to scientific writing. They are two different things altogether. Once you have done these two things, I'm sure that you will be able to apply in a good journal and then they will take it. The last thing is be aware that PubMed index journals, most of them are heavily priced. There are very few journals which are free, So be prepared with your research team when you start that you have to spend that kind of money unless you have some funding from somewhere, that this is the kind of money we need to spend for PubMed. I have experienced a situation where we have not been able to publish it only because the charges were very high. So these are the things that you can keep in mind when we are thinking about publishing in a PubMed journal.
Right. And as you mentioned about the charges, that was our next question. That is there any cost involved to get publication indexed? If yes, then how much is it?
Yes, there are publication charges, in fact, almost to all journals. Very few journals are free. If you're talking about PubMed also, or any other journals, of course, are free. Those who are newer journals and, who are trying to. But even there, at least 7,000 to 8,000 is what they are generally charging for any basic article. In some PubMed journals, they are free. I will not say like the Journal of Oral and Facial, Craniofacial Research is free. The Journal of Indian Prosthodontic Society, that is also free. So some of the journals are free. So when you go to the journal homepage, you click on the homepage and you check for the publication charges. And if there are charges, most of the journals have charges in dollars and pounds and euros. So it can go up to 2 lakh rupees, 2.5 lakh rupees also. And the other thing that you need to keep in mind is the waiver charges. Many of the journals provide waivers to Indian researchers because we come in lower middle income country. So you can either automatically, because you are from India, you get eligible, or you write to the editor and the editor will say, yes, you are eligible to receive a 50% or 25%, whatever waiver charges. So that also you must keep in mind when you have selected any journal. What are the charges? Because they can be really exorbitant. Some of these British Medical Journal or British Dental journals are very, very high. And if not, then apply for waiver charges. Either you get automatically, already you are eligible as a waiver, or else you apply to the editor and the editor will duly consider you and give you waivers. But yet, I must warn people who are wanting to go ahead, you have to search for journals that are free. Most of them are charged.
Absolutely. And I think we have already covered this question. Like they asked PhD after BDS, which you mentioned that it is a mandate to do MDS if you really want to get into dental research. Just one question related to this is that are there any distance learning programs for PhD?
No, actually. Yeah, some places they give you, like, I think, if I'm not wrong, the Baba Faridkot University does provide you this thing that you can go, monthly or 6 monthly and update your guide. So it's not really, I won't say that it is, distance learning. It's just that you are doing research and you probably have a topic, let's say a survey-based topic, suppose, where I need to be out in the field and, to the villages and collect data. So then in that case, what happens is I just go to my guide 6 monthly and tell them that this is my data, I have collected this data, this is my update, and that is how it works. So it need not necessarily be that you have to be in the college full time all the time, especially for PhD topics, that is how it is. But I won't say it is distance learning. I don't think that is the right term to be used.
Okay, correct. And just out of curiosity, can I, as if I'm an MDS and I want to do PhD, can I apply from any international university also?
For the international universities, you mean from abroad? Yes,
Yes.
you can, of course. You can. In fact, you get scholarships, you get funding also. They fund your journey to the PhD program and future on also, though I'm not fully aware of what the process is. But yes, you can apply.
So, will I have to select a mentor first or an institution under which I'm going to apply for
Yes.
PhD? Okay.
Yes. That's how it works abroad. Though here, I mean, ideally, that is how PhD works everywhere in social sciences or anywhere. But in India, for dentistry, right now, currently, that is not the state at which it's, like I said, there is no regulatory body. It's not really functioning in its truest form. Because dentists don't really need to be a PhD holders. All they need to do is masters and polish their skills. But this is a new or a deviation from the main route, and it's yet to form that process where I select a guide and I select a topic, and then that's how it processes. So currently, it's not that way. You just give entrance exams. These entrance exams are held in different universities. There is no centralized entrance exam for PhD as of now. So different universities conduct their entrance exams, and in that entrance exams, most of them have 50 to 80% of the paper based on research methodology. So again, coming to the same thing, if you do a basic course or my book is there. I came out with this book specifically for this purpose because there is no other book where BDS people, or like when I also applied for a PhD, there is no book which provides you this concept of research. So the paper is basically research methodology, and some dental questions are there so that you are able to get into the PhD program as an entrance exam.
Right.
And then from there on, you get into your college.
Okay, I think that's fair enough. So, all you BTS and MTS graduates, if you want to learn about research methodology, how it is done, Dr. Pragati has already authored a book, as I mentioned in the introduction. So, the link to that book will be there in the description box. Do check it out. And if you're interested, do buy it and start learning about research if you're really serious to get into research, as or work as a dental researcher. The last question that we received was, can someone directly apply for a research project? If yes, then what is the process and where should they apply?
Directly apply for a research project. No, actually no. But yeah, like for example, like I said, the government has certain projects that they come out with, and there they want some research fellows or associates to do that research work. Even now, just a few days back, let's say a month and a half back, ICMR came out with its huge list of topics, though they were all COVID related. But if somebody was working in saliva sector, if you had a backup, or maybe I was an oral pathologist who has done some research work in saliva, then I would have become eligible to apply under those projects that the government came out with. So sometimes, yes, these governments come out with some specific research projects where they want people to collect data, and they recruit such people. For example, few years back, we had fluorosis. Fluorosis was one of the topics that was taken up by ICMR also, and in Rajasthan specifically, it was run at a very large scale. So there they recruited a lot of people who went on the field and collected the fluorosis data and submitted it to the government. So there now the project came out from the government side and they recruited people. That's how it works. Sometimes it becomes alternate, that they just recruit people. They give you a particular thrust areas or some research call comes out, and you have to apply under that research call to get selected. So it works both ways. So for example, like I said, if a topic came out from, a call came out from the Department of Biotechnology on nanoparticles in dental materials, that is where I applied. So they came out with a topic and I applied under that topic and it got selected for its funding, and that's how we proceeded. Alternatively, what they do is they have a topic already out and now they start recruiting people to collect data. They want people who are, who can collect data going from place to place or depending on the project. Like Zika virus projects were out, fluorosis, mother and child care. A lot of projects keep coming out under mother and child care also. So in that case, if you become eligible with whatever are their requirements, they want someone with a background of someone who's worked in that particular area, if you have already some research or something which you have done additionally. I need not say research. Oral cancers is another aspect which comes up very routinely. So if you have done some training program in oral cancers or a camp, or you have conducted any program while you were in your college, you did something in oral cancers, it comes in your CV, and then you become eligible to apply to these smaller projects that keep coming out. So you need to keep an eye on to what things come out, and depending on that, you get either you apply under a project or you apply as a research associate for a project that the government comes out with.
Okay, so I think these are the only two ways, as Dr. Pragati mentioned. You cannot apply directly. Like if I want to do any kind of, or I have a research question, I do. There is a process of doing that research. I will have to go to a mentor and see, or get myself associated with an institution to get a research grant, or else, as she said, you keep a watch on all these research projects that come out. If there is a vacancy, you can either apply as a research fellowship, or if there is a call for application, then apply for that application. If you get selected, then you can work for that research project.
So that's it for today, and I hope that you got the answers to your question. If you got the relevant information, then please like and share this in your network. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos that we post. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye and good luck.